Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Arenavincent back up in here, exploring life like always. How is everybody doing today? You know what it's time for. 2022 USFL. That's the United States Football League Championship game. First ever inaugural season. First ever championship for USFL 2.0. That's what I like to call it. I think other people may call it that. I'm not originator. Because remember, the United States Football League was a spring football league back in the 80s, I believe, right? Yeah, the 80s. It was a very successful league. Again, Donald Trump fucked that up. Just watch it 30 for 30. Do your research. It was very competitive. It got good players. It had great talent. Steve Young, Reggie White, Jim Kelly, Doug Flutie. You know what I mean? When Herschel Walker was the main grab that started it all. So it was a very competitive league with the NFL. But it was during the spring. So guys could still play in the NFL if they wanted to, or if they didn't, they can go play in the spring league. The only problem was once Donald Trump took over, this dumb motherfucker wanted to basically go up against the NFL. Big no-no. It slowly started crumbling. USFL didn't exist. So now it came back this year. 2022 was its first inaugural season of the USFL. Basically, all the teams are owned by Fox Entertainment anyway. So it's not like individual owners. But that's a brief little history on the USFL. You know what I mean? If you don't like what I say, it's all good, you know. There's the comment section. Leave a comment. You know what I mean? But let's go ahead and get to it. Let's get to the picks. As you know, last weekend was the United States Football League semifinal round. The best four teams went at it. And guess what? The first game, the underdog won, beating my New Jersey Generals. Disappointed, saddened. They beat the Philadelphia Stars, beat the New Jersey Generals, and moved on to the championship game. And then in the final game of the day, it was the Birmingham Stallions, which were basically undefeated, or basically 9-1 going into the playoffs, taking on the New Orleans Breakers. I thought this was going to be a good game, but the Birmingham Stallions dominated it, destroying the Breakers like 17-31. That's why they were basically an undefeated team towards the end, you know? So that is the championship matchup. It's going to be the Birmingham Stallions taking on the Philadelphia Stars and your homie Arenavincent. You know who I'm going to pick? You know who I'm going to take? I believe in the power of the blob. I'm taking the Philadelphia Stars to defeat the Birmingham Stallions and hoist the very first 2022 USFL Championship trophy. Taking the Philadelphia Stars, the power of the blob. If you know the mascot, they had the Philadelphia Stars mascot. His name is the Blob. Basically, they had a contest. You voted on Twitter. I voted for the Blob. I'm not a Stars fan, but that was a funny name. So people voted and called it the Blob. So the mascot for the Philadelphia Stars is the Blob. I believe in the power of the Blob. So I'm taking the Philadelphia Stars to majorly upset the Birmingham Stallions and win the first ever USFL 2.0 championship for the first ever season. And to all the haters, all the doubters out there, USFL did not fold, and I believe they're going to come back for another year. I know they're going to be in competitive competition with the XFL for talent, and I know the XFL got The Rock's ex-wife has a lot of backers. They're more entwined with the NFL, but I still believe USFL will survive because everybody wants to chase their dream. Everybody wants to play, and there's a lot of motherfuckers out there that are in shape and that can play. I understand the quality of the game or the talent might be down, but it's still entertaining football. It's still close games. And remember now, next year, they're going to have home teams. The teams are actually going to be able to play in their home stadiums. So there's going to be another dynamic. More fans, I believe, will show up because there ain't nothing to do, man. After the Super Bowl, after the NFL's done, this is basically like your football fix. And I think outdoor football still gets you ready for the NFL. You can still use this tape, chase your dreams. And again, all the people who are working in the front offices, doing concessions, doing anything in sports, this can be your stepping stone too, working with the USFL, you working with the XFL, boom, now you're moving on to the big leagues, you know what I mean? So, you know, don't doubt it, don't disrespect it, man. These are motherfuckers still trying to chase their dream, still trying to win a championship. United States Football League, mad respect, and that's what I'm taking. I'm taking the Philadelphia Stars to defeat the Birmingham Stallion and become your 2022 United States Football League champion. That's what I got. That's my opinion. Again, I know the Philadelphia Stars coach. He knows, he has much experience dealing with this type of talent. I think he's run arena football league teams as well, so he knows that the talent's not there. You got to basically call plays with the talent you got. You know what I mean? So that's why he kind of snuck in there with the playoffs, because all the other teams were terrible. So let's go with the underdog, Philadelphia Stars, power of the blob. Let's get it done. Let's hoist that trophy. That's what I'm taking. As always, thank you for exploring the arena we call life. Your homie Arenavincent, Vincent 365 production, Novello. You know what to do. Give me that like, give me that share. If you disagree, comment section below, baby. That's what it's for. And then in the descriptions, I'm leaving a link to my podcast. Check it out, please. I do podcast episodes at least once a month. This month I did 2. So there you go. A treat for you. But there you go, man. That's it. Who I got? Philadelphia Stars upsetting the Birmingham Stallions, 2022 United States Football League champions. Peace.